Hi, it's day 2 in my radiation therapy schedule, and I wanted to come on before I have the therapy today to kind of bring you up to speed and to recap what happened yesterday. Yesterday, as I had said in the video, and a lot of you have seen, was that they did the setup and the first treatment because my surgeon was really concerned about the tumor growing, and rightfully so. I'm sure it was terrifying me. And she had them accelerate the process. So they did, typically they would have just done the setup yesterday and they would have scheduled me to start next week. In a way, I think it's good that it worked out this way, because what happens is I now had yesterday's treatment and I'll have today, and then I have a weekend to kind of get over it. I was very, very surprised when I left there yesterday, to be honest with you, just how tired I felt, number one. First of all, on the way home, and I got stuck in traffic on the way home, and that was not at all pleasant. But on the way home, my stomach had not been feeling good all day. But my stomach was really bad on the way home. I had been feeling, it's kind of a sour stomach, a buildup of saliva, feeling like I was nauseous, losing my appetite, and that's not terribly good at this moment in time, because I know how important nutrition is going to be to me during this whole process. So I want to try to keep on top of that. So yes, that part of it was totally unexpected. By the time I got home, I got into bed for a while and I went to lie down. I never quite recuperated from it. I didn't feel well last night at all. I really didn't. I didn't know what it was. A couple of strange things happened. I was wearing the pants I was wearing, which were pull-ons, and they had an elastic waist. And I had a pain sort of at the waistband on the right side. And I thought, what is this? And it was a little bit of a burning and an itching. And I said, what is going on? Because I knew it was too early in the process to be having a reaction to the radiation itself, or it should have been too early. So I just wanted to know what was going on. Ultimately, when I took a look at it to see what was happening, I had hives. Now, I get hives very, very infrequently. I've gotten them the few times that I've been allergic to drugs that I've taken, that they've had to take me off of. And I've had it a couple of times in my life aside from that, but very few. So seeing the hive surprised me, and I thought, what is this? I had a bad night. I just didn't feel well. And as I say, I didn't feel like eating. I forced myself to at least have a turkey sandwich with sliced tomato on a 12 grain bread. So I felt like I was giving myself some decent nutrition on some level, though not great. I get it, but I was not up to any more than that yesterday. And what happened was, I just didn't feel well the whole night. My stomach was horrible. And with dozing on and off, I was not in a position to really do anything more, because what I had done, I had taken my blood pressure monitor with me, because when my blood pressure gets really high, I have to take my extra pill. So I took it before I went in. My pressure was fine. Everything was good. But during the night, the way I was feeling, I had terrible indigestion. And indigestion typically indicates to me that my diastolic pressure is probably going to be in the high 90s. So I finally went downstairs to my car, because it was in the car, and because I didn't want to go downstairs. I had 18 steps to go down in the middle of the night, so I waited until early morning and I did that. So sure enough, when I took my pressure, the diastolic pressure was 97. So I took my extra pill, and then I was able to get some sleep for a couple of hours. But I had a bad night. I'm sure it's going to catch up with me tonight. Pressure is better today. And I'm going to be leaving. It is now let's see, it's 12:52. I'm leaving in less than an hour. And I'm going to be getting over there and praying that the guy who does the valet parking is not missing in action, as he so often is. So I'm hoping today is going to be short. I think it should be based upon what they were saying. I hope that the position doesn't bother me as much as it did yesterday. And in response to whoever said to me that maybe they could put a pillow under you, I don't know if they can. That's the area that they're actually targeting all around there. I certainly don't want to compromise anything that they're doing, and just let it hit its target without hitting anything important. What they forgot to tell me, I mean, they did mention to me during the process yesterday that they were marking me up. I do remember that, but I didn't think of it because I had so much else on my mind, that when I came home and I went to the bathroom, I noticed that my really pretty underwear had this smudgy stain in blue, and I said, oh my God, it's the bloody ink that they use or whatever. And there was quite a bit of a mark left on there. I didn't know whether it was okay to take the mark off or I needed to leave it, so I decided this morning that I was going to very gently wash the area and not take a chance that I was going to take it off in case, in fact, they needed for it to remain. So I left it on for today. I will ask them when I'm there today. And I will bring you up to date as soon as the appointment is over. I'll let you know how it went today. I'm hoping it's going to go a lot better. I'm hoping I can be relaxed through the process, and I just hope I feel well, because when I get that awful stomach feeling in my stomach, it's horrible. I can't find a place for myself. It's excuse me, it's horrible. So I'll be back later and I will finish updating and let you know how it goes. I am by and large doing this for anybody who in the future may be going through radiation and have no knowledge of it, so that they can get an idea of what it's going to be and what it's not going to be. So on that note, take care. I'll be back later. And it is the most beautiful day here. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So take care. Hope yours is beautiful as well. And I'll see you later. I just got home, once again in terrible traffic, so it looks like this is going to happen every time. My appointment was for 2:20, and they came and took me in about 2:25. By the time I changed and they came to get me, let's say it was another 5 or 10 minutes, I was there, well, I was there more than an hour, but I was there almost 50 minutes for them to do what they needed to do. So it was not shorter this time, and that was kind of disappointing. Unfortunately, the way that this was set up and what they referred to as the sim, I had said the girls who did the simulation for me were very nice. They were lovely. But I think they could have done a little bit more to make me comfortable, because everything I've read about it is that they can make slight adjustments to the area that's not getting radiated to make the position work. Because my plan is complex and they shoot me from 7 different angles, it makes it very difficult to sustain that position for all that long. By the time I was finished, I honestly was ready to cry from the pain. It was bad. And I said, can't you lift the left side of me that's not being radiated to accommodate the right side so that there's not as much pressure on my lower back? And she said, unfortunately, because this is the way they did the sim, that she cannot change that. So if I have to go through this every single time, it's going to be a little bit torturous. I'm also hoping the setup gets shorter each time, because they had to make many, many, many adjustments to my position but I want them to certainly do whatever it is they have to do to get it exactly right. That's important. So on that note, I'm done for the day. I'm going to go home and I'm going to just relax for a while. I am blessed tired. Stomach is still feeling lousy. But 2 down and 23 to go. Take care.